Checking the volume. Hi, beautiful ladies, beautiful people. I was so excited to come on live today, talk with you, and share with you what's been on my heart. I hope that you all have been well, as have I. And for those of you that caught my other video where I talked about the Chanel lipstick that I bought, this is the color. This is how it looks. It's so pretty. So definitely check them out. It's a matte. And if you want it to be glossy, they have a gloss option that you could put over it. So super, super fun. Okay, so let's get into it. Today's topic, how to inspire his masculine energy. So I come across a lot of women, and I too myself have been this woman who want their man to take care of them. They want their man to step up and to really embrace his role as a leader in the relationship. A lot of women desire that, but they struggle with one, either finding a man that will do that or with letting the man do that. They don't know how to like bridge the gap. So I want to talk about how to bridge the gap. Hey girl. Yes, I want to talk about how to bridge that gap. So, what is masculine energy? Generally speaking, masculine energy, it leads, it protects, it provides, it creates beautiful, beautiful structure among so many other things. And oftentimes, this is what we crave as women in our romantic relationships. We want to feel secure. We want to know that we'll be taken care of financially, emotionally, all of the things where we can just exist and relax and feel free and safe. But oftentimes, because we like to nurture, we can sometimes turn our man into our nurturing project, if that makes sense. So, for example, um, let's say, you're dating someone and he is working on himself, working on getting his finances together, that sort of thing. And you're dating, I want to be clear, not saying that you're married to this person, you're dating this person. So what some women will do is we'll jump into fix it mode. I got you, babe. Like I'm ride or die. And that ride or die ends up being you can move in with me, I'll pay for all the bills, and I'll give you the freedom to build yourself up financially. This is just an example. Well, typically in those relationships, the men don't meet their goals, financial goals, and the women end up feeling like they end up feeling drained because they're giving so much financially, um, and emotionally, and they're cooking, they're doing all these things, and they feel unappreciated, and they feel like he's just not stepping up, and I thought it would only take him this amount of time, and blah, 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 blah. And the man is blamed in these situations. Well, my love, I would like to encourage you, yes, ma'am, to take some personal accountability. We train people how to treat us. That's number one. And number two, we can enable someone. So, how is that different? Taking care of a man financially, emotionally, providing for him, all of that. How is that different from what you would give to your child? Explain it to me. Because that nurturing part of us, unintentionally, a lot of times, can become mothering to a man, which emasculates him, even if he's not conscious of it. He feels that. And it puts you out of alignment with what you want in your relationship, to feel like he's providing that masculine provider energy and you get to receive. So if this resonates with you, if you feel like, I think I do that, then I want to let you know that you have more power in this situation than you might realize. So I give myself as an example. I love to give to people. I love it. I love to cook for people. I love to take care of people like that nurturer. And in the past, I would try to do that with men that I was interested in. Now, is it wrong to, let's say, cook for a man to show that you're interested in him? No, it's not wrong. However, you want to be mindful of maybe how often you do it and the extent to which you do it, because you gotta give room for that man to really feel like he's giving to you more than you're giving to him. And this is what calls out that masculine energy, if you want a very tangible way of doing that. So, there are other ways to express love and care to a man than to be tangibly doing things for him. And this is something that I've had to learn and have gotten so much better at. And this is something that I am encouraging you to learn, whether you're dating someone, whether you're, seeking to date, and even if you are married, being cautious of stepping into a mothering role and allowing yourself to stay in that fun partnership, you know, I am your woman role. So, how do you do this? Well, first and foremost, you want to be kind. Always be kind. Always do things with grace and from a place of love, right? Let that be your goal. So as you move, as you talk to them, as you talk to that man, you're being kind to him, you're uplifting him, you're encouraging him, and you're showing gratitude to anything that he does that you appreciate. Oh, okay. I froze for a minute, but I'm back. Is it still recording? Okay, there we go. Okay, sorry about that. So you want to be kind and you want to show gratitude to anything that he does for you. If he holds the door open for you, because I am definitely one that will go stand at that door and wait for it to be open for me. So let's say he opens the door for you. Show him appreciation. Oh my God, thank you so much. Like, I feel like a princess. Or touch his shoulder, look at his eye for a little bit, like a couple seconds, and then walk in. Something to say, I feel good about what you just did, and I appreciate it. Let me tell you, baby girl, you will pull out that masculine energy because he enjoys the feeling of seeing you satisfied and you showing that to him. He is going to want to do more things to pull that out. So make sure you're kind and you're showing gratitude. And then the next thing is to have fun, play, be flirty, joke. A lot of the times we want something in a relationship and we get so serious and our approach is so serious. And that can be intimidating. That can put the person on defense, all of that. Just think about yourself and when someone's needed to approach you and request something or actually do something different. If you're able to laugh through that moment, if they're able to do it in a joking way, lighthearted, as well as highlighting what you're doing well, just like this is not a big deal. We can tackle this. I'm not trying to jump down your throat approach. You can receive what they have to say. So have fun with your person. Have fun. Find ways to joke, keep things light, keep them exciting. And when you do need to have a conversation about maybe something that you need adjusted, try to do it in a lighthearted way where they're not like, oh my God, here we go again. What do I do now? Nobody wants to feel that way. You don't want to feel that way. I know you don't, girl. So keep that in mind when you are approaching your significant other. How can I keep it fun, lighthearted? Keep myself in a fun, lighthearted space. Like really just play. Allow my inner girl to come out, and it will bring out that masculine energy and drive his testosterone crazy. I am telling you. So That is another way to activate and inspire his masculine energy. The next thing that I want to tell you to do is to take care of yourself. We want people to take care of us. We want them to notice our efforts, right? And what we're doing, how we're pouring into them. But you ever hear that expression, do as I say, not as I do, right? Like sometimes parents will say that. Well, oftentimes when people tell us, do as I say, not as I do, we're going to do what we see them doing, not what they're saying. It's the same thing in your relationship. People are going to do what they see you do because that's the energy that you put out, and that is what you are teaching them you are okay with receiving. So if you are okay with going all day, coming home, cooking, taking care of the kids or whatever it is, taking care of him, and only getting a little bit of sleep, barely like showering, but not really doing anything to feel relaxed, I'm telling you, that is the message that you are sending to the other person. And it is going to impact what they then give to you. And it's not even necessarily on a conscious level all the time. We're energy. We receive messages all the time that we're not even aware of, but they manifest by how we act and what we give and what we receive. So if you're not taking care of yourself, then you are more than likely sending a message that you don't need to be taken care of. So I often tell people, take off your superwoman coat, wave that SOS sign. Hey, I need help. Be the damsel in distress. Take care of yourself. You know, acting like you got it all together and you don't need help and oh my God, I could do it better than you. And all of that is emasculating. And it's not going to call out that energy that you are looking for. So pause, my love, and take care of yourself. What are some ways that y'all take care of yourself? Let me know. Yes, okay. Manicures. Yes, going to get a manicure. I see facials. Yes, going to get facials. Ordering out. Yes, order out. Like, do the things. Take care of you. And it will teach your person to do the same. So that is another thing. And I want to add one last thing. Set boundaries. If you have an anything goes mentality, anything goes, well, then guess what? Anything's going to go. Setting boundaries is what helps people respect us. It is what teaches people our values and what's important to us. And it is what teaches people how to treat us. So I am encouraging you to set some boundaries. Anything cannot go. Think about it. When you're on that job and you've been assigned a certain role, you know what your parameters are. You know what you can and cannot do. If you didn't, the job probably wouldn't get done. It's the same thing in a relationship. Setting boundaries is the guideline for your person so they know how to love you and how to not love you. So set clear, concise boundaries. But I saved that for last because I want you to keep in mind being kind. I want you to keep in mind being playful. And I want you to keep in mind taking care of yourself. You're going to take all of those tools and you're going to use that when you set boundaries. So we're not approaching, him like we're his mom. We're not doing that, yelling and you better do as I say and I'm tired of having to talk to you. All these terms and phrases that are turnoffs and emasculating and make someone feel small. Nah, that's not the approach. But you want to approach the person with, baby, I just think the world of you and there's something that's been on my mind. I want to talk to you about it. Not coming down on you, but I just want to make sure I'm being honest and, whatever. And then you tell them what you need, and but do it in a playful way. Like, have fun with it. Set your boundaries. Can't be anything goes, because then anything's going to go. So those are the ways that you can pull out his masculine energy. And I could go into depth into each. I mean, each of those things could be its own video. Um, and who knows, maybe at some point it will be, because we gotta really dig into some things. But on a basic level, something that I know everyone can apply, including myself, I promise you, if you implement these concepts and you find more ways to show up like you love yourself, you're taking care of yourself, you're kind, you're playful, you know, then you will pull out his masculine energy. He will be running and jumping to do things for you, guaranteed, because you're making him feel good every time he does something for you. And this is key, you're creating a space for him to do things for you. You're not trying to do everything on your own, so that he actually can see the need and step up to the need. Let him step up to the need. And set boundaries for yourself, right? There are some things that you just don't need to do if you're not at a certain point in your relationship. If you just met somebody, have your boundaries where it's like, nah, we're not doing this yet, we're not doing that yet, vice versa. If he hasn't put a ring on your finger yet, have those things where it's like, nah, this ain't happening until this. Set some boundaries and parameters for yourself, and make sure you communicate them with authority. Now, not motherly, but with assurance, like, or confidence. I'm sure this is my boundary. Now, I'm not wavering on it. Um, but that can be done in a nice way, but it still definitely needs to be done. But set some boundaries for yourself, parameters, and that could be many things. I will leave it up to you to decide. Some people, they say they're not going over to the other person's house until they know them really well, months in. Some people say that they're not going to have sex until they've been dating for a certain amount of time. Some people say no sex until marriage. Boundaries, standards, you got to have them, communicate them. And that also pulls out his masculine energy, because he has direction, he has respect for you, he sees you taking care of yourself and what your needs are, and he would want to do the same. And if he is a man that does not want to do it, if he does not want to respect your boundaries and um, allow his masculine energy to flourish, to love on you, to provide for you, then it's probably not the man for you. So use this as an assessment as well. And you will get that masculine energy that you crave and you desire when you allow it in your life. So I'm going to leave you with this. It's always great coming on, talking with you all. And I cannot wait for the next topic. I was so excited about this one. Um, and I'll talk to you soon. Enjoy your day, beautiful.